I'm joined now by Royal Insider, Princess Diana's wedding dress designer, David Emanuel. David, you also knew the Queen.
Yes, I met her on several occasions. It was always a privilege, and it was always very exciting. And she had this innate glamour about her. And there was a frisson in the air. You knew that she was in the building, do you know what I mean? I mean, very caring, very kind, very discreet. If you remember how times have changed, Dan, that if you had a conversation with Her Majesty, you never should repeat it. Now, people are quite openly repeating it, which is nice because you get to know the real woman.
And what was it like, given that you did know her, David, watching that procession today with her coffin leaving Buckingham Palace for the final time?
I just thought it, as you said earlier, dramatic, but it was immaculately presented. Everything. They started with the troops, and there was the build-up, and you were waiting, and the procession was extraordinary. Once you saw the horses, you go, okay, it's getting near now, and there was everybody was buzzing about it, and then suddenly you saw the coffin. You, oh Lord! And then, of course, the grief on the king, his face. Princess Anne, the Princess Royal, very composed, and we go along the line, don't we? I have to say, the Prince of Wales looked wonderful in his uniform.
Very regal.
Very regal. But then, of course, you get this instant clash. You've got the guys, the other two chaps in day suits, which is odd because, of course, they should have been in ceremonial outfits, uniforms. You know what I mean? But no.
Was that the right decision? Because it's become a real debate, and actually, we're going to be asking our viewers what they think later on in the show. But do you think it's appropriate for Andrew and Harry to be in their morning suit?
They've been stripped of their title. They've been stripped of all their decorations, right? Yes, of course, that they've got medals from the Queen for whatever. No, they're out of it, and they don't want to work. You know, they're out of work royals. So to put them in uniform seems a bit fake to me. I mean, there's absolutely nothing wrong with the day suit, but it looked wrong. In that procession, it looked odd, right? But immaculately done. The precision of the marching and everything. There wasn't one. I watched it on television, and there was not one thing out of place. Amazing. And the timing, and to get it to the hall on the right time. And I have to say, actually, when the Queen's coffin came back to London from Scotland, coming down that aircraft ramp, jeepers, I mean, those guys, I mean, they must have been so anxious and nervous, but they did an amazing job. And we are known, aren't we, or applauded around the world because we know how to put on a show. And that was an immaculate show. Very proud. I think they were great. And
speaking about putting on a show, I've actually today wanted to go and have a look at the incredible folk, the best of British, I think, who are in probably the biggest queue that we have ever seen. David, it was astonishing. There is a very respectful but positive atmosphere in the air. It's working. It is quite amazing, isn't it? The fact that all of these hundreds of thousands of people are getting together as one in order to see the Queen for a final time.
Her Majesty the Queen. That's how the love spread across this country, around the world, let's be honest. But I had the pleasure of walking through the gardens here and passing all of the trees with the flowers around. Beautiful. And people somber, but not mindful. They were thinking of what they've seen, what's happened, and what they're going to see. I mean, it's going to be an amazing show.